Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and today I would like to share a little unboxing with you guys. Now, I have been anticipating this freaking package for like 4 days now. It's very rare that I get stuff coming in late. So it makes me really antsy. I know you know exactly what I mean. But whatever, not a big deal. I'm just very happy that it got to me safe and sound. The unboxing knife is going to be the Remet Knives Urbane. Don't mind that, that's just finger smudge oiliness. This thing is freaking sick. Honestly, this feels like a knife that costs 3 times more than its actual price. It floats just under 150 bucks. Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. I have some stuff on my Instagram, I believe, sharing, the internals and just some of the cool features of that I didn't go through on my unboxing of the Remet knife. So other stuff that I found out that I think was important. Peanuts, lots of peanuts. What was inside the box was a Spyderco knife, and this being from GP Knives, I'm sure you guys know exactly what this is. I'm a little late to the game. Like I said, I was supposed to get this a while back. These are stickers. I love stickers because I am a child, and it's just one of my things. I have finally ran out of space on my sticker table, and I started putting stickers on my laptop, and now it's going on one of my 2 refrigerators here in the garage. So yeah, I have stickers all over the freaking place. This is the DLC coated Rex 45 Manix 2 lightweight. I jumped on this thing so freaking fast. The second they became available, I hopped on this. What intrigued me the most, besides some of the obvious cool factors of this, the white FRN, you can dye it. Writ dyeing is really easy. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I do a lot of different writ dyeing jobs. Teal is one of my favorite colors, so this is probably going to be teal eventually. I'll carry it as it is white for a little bit. It's not gonna last one shift at work with me. It's gonna be disgusting and grimy, just like I am when I come back home. But also, Rex 45, never experienced it before. I love super steels, but I can appreciate a budget steel. But also, this has hardware. And if you guys remember, a couple months back, or I think even a year ago now, I actually had a lightweight Manix 2 on the channel. It was the Blade HQ exclusive uncoated M4 and like mint green scales. Yeah, that's pretty good. Uncoated M4 is straight garbage. I don't like it. I don't think the M4 should ever be available or brought to the market uncoated because it rusts. Kid you not, just by looking at it. I live in the high desert area, so I have like negative humidity. There is no humidity out here. So you could put oil, knife shield, even ceramic or wax coatings. They do not work. At least it didn't for me. I didn't go as far as doing the crazy, wax, but I did use various oils, and by using the knife as much as I did, because it's a wonderful shape, it's an incredible platform, it really is, but I noticed that as I was using the knife, I started getting some kind of like dull spots, and eventually it turned into like the slightest little, like these little pin rust spots on the main areas of the blade that were being used, which I mean it was probably like within the first 1.5 inches of the actual cutting edge itself. So I went and I scrubbed it off as light as I could and sold it off immediately because I wanted nothing to do with it. I know a lot of people don't really care for black blades, mainly because when you go to sharpen it, if you nick it with one of your ceramic stones or diamond stones, you can essentially ruin the coating. Even though DLC is extremely hard, it is typically much harder than the steel that it's actually baked onto, which is incredible. I love it for that concept. But yeah, I've nicked DLC coating before, and it's irreversible. You just kind of got to live with it. But I like the look. It's for me. It may not be for you. These should still be available. I am very surprised that they are available even now. And again, like I said, you guys are seeing this a couple days after I actually get it, just because I have other stuff, loaded up for you guys to view and enjoy. So I would have already had this in the pocket for a couple days by the time you can see this. But yeah, I don't really think I'm gonna have an issue really carrying this thing. But I kind of lost my train of thought. I got like ultra focused on something, but whatever, it'll come back to me. Probably won't. Anyway, Rex 45 DLC coating, love it. I love the fact that it is just stupid lightweight. It's a really good looking knife. It's an incredible platform. Maybe eventually in the future, near future, I might be able to do some scale modifications, maybe something from Flightanium or Original Goat, even RGT. I think they make stuff for... Actually, you know what? No, I don't think they do. I don't think RGT makes stuff for the Manix yet. Anyway, doesn't matter. Whatever. Nathan's Knives. Nathan with a K, which I think is really funny because my name is actually Nathan. So when I saw his channel, start up, I was like, Nathan's Knives, that's kind of funny. But he does incredible modification work on so many different knives, all different price ranges. He doesn't have like that one. He's not like that one modifier that only works on a specific brand. He does all types of different things. I don't know if he has a Manix. I'm going to actually reach out to him on Instagram, because while I am going to use this, I want to see if he would be down to, for me to send this to him, just so he can kind of mock up some scales in his own, creative way, and eventually be able to create a template so that he has another incredible scale shape to sell. So, I mean, I know that guy's definitely a hustler. He's making incredible stuff. He's doing a lot of stuff for, it's right over here. This guy right here. This is the Civivi Knives Vision FG. Got a little lock stick there. Haven't taken it out in a minute. But this is my unit. All I did was just dye the scales. But he does a lot of handmade, really cool scales with various types of different materials. Other people, other channels have shown off his work, and it's incredible. It's wonderful. So I'm going to message him on Instagram, just because I've already experienced the platform of this. I'm sure the Rex 45 is stupidly crazy incredible, and I'm going to enjoy using it. But I definitely want to reach out to him and see if he would be down to, work on some scales. If that's even possible for him. I don't see how it could be too difficult, seeing as it is very simple construction. It is, again, just FRN. You can see in there's no steel liners. Really, the only metal components are the hardware, clip, blade, of course, and then this little back piece right there where the plastic ball lock cage and the ball itself and the little spring down in there, you can see. That's about it. So I don't really think there's too much that goes into it, but he's the crafty guy, not me so much. So I'm sure he can figure it out. So stay tuned for that. But this thing, really freaking snappy. The retention, or how much force you need to put into getting that out, is heavy. It is really, really heavy. This is something that, a lot of people may not want to just sit there and fidget with. I believe this guy, yep, it has phosphor bronze washers on both sides. I can see a little peak of like copper from either side in there. That's cool. Side to side, nothing up or down, solid as a rock. But what was I gonna say? I did have a 15V Triple B collaboration Manix 2. I sold it, and little did I know that this was coming up, so it was kind of like a trade. So So that guy's out of the collection, and this is in the collection now, which I'm happy that I did the trade. The 15V was cool, but it wasn't anything that really blew my mind. Maybe it was just how I was sharpening it. I did put, I think, 3 different edges on it, and I mean, it performed incredible. It was an absolutely wonderful knife, but it was on the heavier side. It was very comfortable. Yes, it was a good looking knife too. It was very robust and tactical looking, but I think this is really the sweet spot right here for me. Go ahead and take the weight on this, couple size comparisons, and then an edge test. It's Spyderco, so I know this thing's gonna be basically a laser beam. 2.9, just under 3 ounces. That's incredible for the size of knife that this is. That is really hard to beat for sure. Let's get out a couple size comparisons. You can have a couple Spydercos over here as well. So here is the PM2, definitely a good bit more reach than the Manix. Native 5. I apologize, guys. I'm focused on the knife over here. I don't even see that this isn't really centered well enough. That looks pretty good. All right. Couple others. Very comparable right here. Almost the same length on the dot, but the Manix 2 is going to be a little bit more ergonomic, at least in the 2-dimensional sense, because you have this nice roomy finger choil with some jimping. The Doug Ritter RSK has a kind of flat rounded spot. It is fully contoured versus flat like the FRN here, but at least in the 2-dimensional sense, it's more, the Manix is more ergonomic. Got the Praxis. Good bit more reach on the Praxis. Let's do a couple more size comparisons. XM18 3.5 and titanium titty. All right, so hopefully those couple knives help you guys get a good visual representation of what this guy is all about, at least you know, in general size. Let's check out that edge. Oh yeah, that is just so good. It's just, I don't expect anything less from Spyderco. That is beautiful, absolutely incredible. Now, one thing that I can almost guarantee, when I go to sharpen this eventually, the edge is probably going to be wonky. It's probably going to be a little wonky. Sometimes there's a little bit of inconsistency with the finished edge. Right off the bat, I could see that on this side, it's a whole lot wider over here, and then it's kind of short down there. Here, kind of the same thing, honestly. It's a little bit wider over here, a little short down there, but from this side to that side, it's definitely a lot further back, which not a big deal. These knives are extremely easy to sharpen. As it sits, it looks pretty well centered for the most part, maybe a hair to the clip side. If I didn't mention already, it is reversible, which is pretty cool. Not a deep carry, but at least there's nothing obstructing your for it to sit in your pants properly. And yeah, that is about it. Going back to the spring and the retention of this thing, on my 15V Manix, I did trim the spring. I probably cut about 3 coils worth. No. It was like 1.5 or like 2.5 coils worth of the spring, and it was excellent. It was absolutely wonderful. I'm probably going to do the same thing here just because I want it to be a little bit more fidgety. Trimming the spring is not going to lessen the strength or the failure rate of the design overall. I really did use that 15V Manix quite a bit, fidgeted with it a lot, and put it to harder use than I did some some other knives that I tested around the same time that I had that. And nothing, I got no movement in any dimension. So it stayed nice and solid, the lockup, just the way it sounds, it's so solid and so snappy, it's incredible. So yeah, I'm probably gonna trim the spring on this. It's not a complicated process. You disassemble the knife, take out the spring, you get yourself some quality wire cutters, and you just snip a very little piece. If you're scared and you don't want to remove too much, you can cut off like 1 or 2 coils worth. Reassemble the knife. I know this could be a little tedious, but this is what I did to get the feel that I wanted. And even then, it's going to break in well after that. But the reason why I think it's a huge benefit to trim your spring is because the knife is going to feel like it's already broken in a way, and you're going to be able to fidget with it a lot more. Eventually, the ball cage lock itself is going to wear on your index and your thumb a good bit. So whether you have really thick callus or not, I mean, again, this is an excellent knife and you're going to want to use it a crap ton and maybe just fidget with it a crap ton. But at least for me, I started noticing that was really wearing on my fingers here. And by trimming down the spring, it loosened up the tension a little bit, and it was just, I loved it. It was absolutely awesome. So I'm going to do the same thing here. So that's pretty much it. If you guys like this unboxing, go ahead and leave a like down below. If you are subscribed, if you are subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate all your guys' support and your patience, of course. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing because I play more videos and content coming your guys' way. And with that being said, have a wonderful rest of your day.